say that just go with the flow, make your group small, plan your budget and make this trip happen. Hello friends, welcome to our channel Arvamisa Kodva Parva. I am Prashant Tulasi. So today in this video we will be seeing about my recent visit to Pattaya and then Bangkok. The main intention of today's video is that many of my friends ask me, how was your trip and how was it planned? Is it via a tour travel or did you do it personally? So this video will cover most of your doubts, and if you are interested in going for a trip to Pattaya or Bangkok, then this video is for you. So now we will move on to questionnaires which was shared by my friends. So we will see one by one. So the first question is, why did you choose Bangkok or Pattaya instead of a country inside India? The main purpose of this video is that I want to celebrate my birthday in a different place, and when I check for Kashmir, flight ticket alone comes around 28,000 for to and fro. But when I check for Bangkok, it is just 22,000. And the second part is that moment when you should book the tickets. So when it comes to Bangkok, you can book your tickets just one day before because the seats are available, and most of the flight operators are Air Asia and Thai Airways. So in my case, I always prefer Air Asia because it's just a 3 hours travel and I don't want to invest more money on that. So it's just a cramped situation. Since I am tall, I'll be sitting in a cramped position for 3 hours, but after that I'll be in a foreign country called Thailand or Pattaya. So the main reason for this is the budget. So in my case, I'm pretty much sure that I don't want to get into a lot of debts. So I decided, okay, I have this much budget and it should be spent well. Since March is my birthday month, so I decided, okay, I should go for a place. I initially preferred Kashmir, but it became too expensive. But the moment I checked for Bangkok, I would say it's much cheaper. So when it comes to a rough estimate, I would say that the flight ticket comes around 22. After taxes, it comes around 24,500. And when it comes to the room part, one day the room rent will be around 1,800 INR for 2 people. So you can just calculate based on your stay. In my trip, I stayed 7 days, 4 days in Pattaya and 3 days in Bangkok. Next comes the food expenses. So here we need to follow a particular pattern, because here in my scenario, what I would do is we will not have a 3-day meal every day. Here it's totally a different mess up in the timeline. Generally we used to sleep at 4 o'clock in the night, because you know that Bangkok is famous for the nightlife, and we used to roam around the streets, and early morning 4 o'clock we will start our sleep and we will wake up at 11 o'clock. If you are very much interested in exploring the Thai food, then your budget will surely exceed. But in our case, we usually prefer KFC or McDonald's. And then by 11:30 to 12, we will be there in the McD. We will order a super meal pack, which costs around, I think, 449 Thai baht or 499 Thai baht for 3 people. I would say that it contains Coke, chicken, and it will be a heavy meal and you will not feel hungry at all for the next 3 to 4 hours. So this would be my approach, and after that we'll start exploring the places nearby. When it comes to the evening part, we will just go to the beach and then we'll see whether McD is available. But you might be sure that why you're telling McD again and again, because that's the only source where you can get best food for a cheaper price. For a change, we also tried KFC, and in some rare cases we also checked some street foods, so which are super budget friendly. When it comes to calamari, so that's the famous one in Bangkok because it's a seafood. So I tried that and it was also a different experience. So overall, I would say that if you have a budget constraint and if you want to explore in a foreign country, then Bangkok and Pattaya is for you. So now we will move on to the next question. Why Bangkok and why not other country? So for this, I already gave you an answer. Why I choose Bangkok and Pattaya instead of Kashmir. If you book a room in India, per day the prices will come up to 14,000 to 18,000 for two people, but here I would say that for two people it's just 2,000 worst case. If you go for higher end hotel, then the price will be high, but if you say, Prashant, for you it's 2,000 but it is not suitable for me, I would say that just choose a hotel which I recommend, because I made 3 visits to Thailand, and in all the 3 visits I visited the same hotel because I don't want to take risk, because I need a free Wi-Fi and I need a comfortable stay with air conditioned room. So I'll also share you the details of the hotels where I stayed, and if it fits your requirements, I would say go for it. Even if you have any problems in that hotel, you can reach me via comments. I also have an alignment with the team. So I would say that this stay is perfect for friends and family. If you are experiencing a budget friendly trip, then I would say go for it. Go with the hotel which I suggest. That would be super friendly and it will be useful for you. The next question is, when did you make this plan? In my case, I'm also a working professional, so my time is totally blocked. When you are booking a trip to Thailand, I would say that since you're going for a cheaper flight, the ticket is totally non-refundable. So don't book your tickets 2 to 3 months in advance, because it's a non-refundable and things change time to time. So in my case, I made my booking in the first week of March and my trip was in the last week of March, hardly 2 weeks before. Even there are some scenarios that my friend, he booked the tickets just 2 days before. So even though it looks like a risk, I would say that if you are well planned about the trip and confident enough that you have applied all your leaves, then go ahead with the booking and go for the trip. Who gave you this idea? So where did you find out whether you should make it to Pattaya or Bangkok? In my case, I already told you that this is my 3rd visit, and in every visit I learned more things. When it was my first trip, I was totally new to this place. I didn't find any shops, or there were many lessons, I would say. But now I would say that I explored a lot, and every visit it was a memorable. Still, I remember in my trip, we 3 guys who came from India. In the first day, I told my friends that we have 7 days. So 7 days is a very long period. But the scenario is, now we are sitting the last day and all 7 days went just like this. It is just like a flash. So time will be running like anything. If you want to explore the places in Thailand, just go for it. Generally, I would prefer the Bolt app, because this was suggested by one of my friends. There is an app called Bolt where you can get taxis, bike taxi. It's like a typical Ola and Uber in India. So just install this app, and from the airport to your hotel, use this app. I will also tell you one example. So when I started from Don Mueang Airport, because generally I used to book flights to the Don Mueang Airport, because Swarnabhumi Airport is somewhat costly. Generally I used to prefer Don Mueang Airport, and our total planner would be like, from India, we will reach Don Mueang Airport early morning at 4 o'clock. So once you step out, the immigration will be done. After immigration, you will buy a SIM. So SIM card details also I'll just share in this video. You can just go ahead and I'll give you a glimpse about in the text. Just follow the text below. And after that, you need to get a taxi. When it comes to the taxi part, there are taxi drivers in the airport who would claim that from Don Mueang Airport to Pattaya, it's 2,300 Thai baht. I would say that in my second trip, I was cheated. So 2,300 Thai baht is a much costly, I would say. Since one of my friends suggested this Bolt app, what we did is we came out of the airport. The exit which we came out is the 4th terminal, and we walked until 11th. So in the meantime, your SIM gets activated, and just install the Bolt app, just log in with your details and search for a taxi. The taxi which we came, he charged only 1,300, which is a saving of 1,000 Thai baht for your personal use. So I would say that prefer the Bolt app for all your stay inside Thailand. What is the speciality of Thailand and what you like in this trip? So I would say that the nightlife is the one which I like the most. Second is friends hangout place, I would say. If you are coming as a family, there are several places like Alcazar Show, and then there is also a garden where dinosaurs are kept. If you are coming with a family, you can explore that places. In my case, I didn't use the support of any tourist. Where is Pattaya and where is Bangkok? I would say that it is a distance between Chennai and Bangalore in a rough scenario. What I would recommend is, generally if you land in Don Mueang Airport, catch a taxi, go to Pattaya directly. Hardly it will take around 2.5 hours. You will have a long trip, and once you are done with Pattaya for 3 to 4 days, then come back to Bangkok. So it will be around 2 hours travel. Generally, I would prefer that if you are returning to India, make the distance shorter. So in my case, I am departing today from Bangkok, and from here to Don Mueang Airport is just a 40 minutes car drive. So make your return car drive smaller so that you will not get tensed at the last moment, because Pattaya is a busy town and getting a taxi during a peak time is surely a tough task. So just think about it, and if you are very comfortable, just go with my plan. Take a 4 days in Pattaya and then come to Bangkok, explore Bangkok city for 2 days and then return back to India. So this would be my plan for you. Finally, how did you make your plan? So as I already said, it is a self-made plan. I used to search in Google and explore places. So I'll just give you 2 tips. Once you have reached any place, for example, the walking street, or if you have reached Bangkok city, Sukhumvit Soi. So if you are there, just Google for places to see, because I already told you that getting a SIM card is the first task once you are done with the immigration. We bought unlimited internet plan for 600, and we 3 guys, one guy bought this, and we used to switch on the hotspot on his mobile so that we too just browse the internet, and with this help we used to explore all the places. In my case, my friends had different return plans, because I returned in the day of 7, the other guy day 14, the other guy day 10. So in our last trip, we 3 of us were in the same flight while returning, but this time it's totally a different scenario. So my overall stay was pretty much enjoyable, and I also celebrated my birthday in a well-mannered way. So friends, if you want to enjoy your meal at a cheaper price, just go for Burger King, McD or KFC. These 3 are available everywhere, and one of the main things which I missed is 7-Eleven. So 7-Eleven is there in every street, I would say. If you go to any street, around 75% of the place will have 7-Eleven, and there are few items which we enjoyed in 7-Eleven, because I used to say we used to have 2 times a meal, and in between if we get drained out, then we used to go to the 7-Eleven outlet, and there you can find a chocolate milkshake. I used to refer it as a chocolate milkshake. It's called as a chocolate shake, but I would say that it's very cheaper. For 20 Thai baht, you will get a tumbler full of chocolate milk, and it is very good, I would say. So just try that. And the second option would be, that is a buttercream bun. So I'll also share you the picture. So wherever we go, if we cross by a 7-Eleven, we will just enter, we will look for these 2 items. If there is a thing, we will get it. So this is how it works. And I would say that if you want to buy some snacks, go to 7-Eleven, enjoy your snacks. It's cheaper and affordable. And when it comes to McDonald's, here in most of the McDs, you won't go and directly order. They prefer you to use kiosk, which is a customer input system, where you can feed in your inputs and finally you can pay the bill in the counter. So there you can make all your choices. You can select which sides you want, tomato ketchup or anything, and it's up to you. So I would say that just go for it, enjoy your meal and have a great day. So here we also did a special movie watch. So here there is a cinema called SF Cinemas. At that moment we were there in Pattaya, and we came to know that the Godzilla King Kong movie has been released. If you want to have a private screening experience, then I would suggest to go for it. The price of the ticket was around 140 Thai baht and 180 Thai baht. We made a plan that we will go in the second half, but we were there just 30 minutes before the show. The theater is completely empty, I would say. Hardly 10 to 12 people were there, and they are screening it. So it's the first day, first show, and we really enjoyed the movie. And if you are a fan for this Godzilla and King Kong, then this movie is for you. So overall, I would say that it's a fun-filled friend trip, and I would recommend you to have it at least once a year. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and support. And I will also be sharing you some reels in the upcoming days. Wherever you go, you can just make use of the reel. And if you have any doubts on it, please feel free to type in the comments area. If you want more information about my trip, or if you have any doubts regarding the trip to Bangkok or Pattaya, just feel free to type in the comments area, and I'll be happy to assist you. I am Prashant Tulasi, and you are watching Arwa Misa Kodapurva. So see you viewers. Bye-bye. ரன்னிங்கில் தான் இருக்கா? டேய் கட் பண்ணுறேன்னு சொல்லணும்ல. ஓகே சரி விடு, ரன்னிங்லேயே இருக்கட்டும். ஓகே கட், திருப்பி ரீடேக். இன் மை கேஸ் என்னடா டேய் கட் பண்ணுறா.